All right, dudes. Queue is open. Jump on in. We'll be looking for 5 today. Be looking for 5, so we'll fill with 5, and then if anybody else needs to leave, we'll fill as we go. And yeah, we'll start by going through some stories. I never did the. I still need to do the donut one, by the way. It's not like I'm really in a rush, but it is a bummer that that's solo only. Join, I finally learned how to tune cars. If we do BRM, it's all over for you. We'll see. We'll see. Boo, basic. Yeah, no, we talked about this last stream. I had it set to random. But this is like the second or third time I've booted up the game where it's been the default intro. So that setting must have changed back. I know I wouldn't have done that on purpose. Extras? Yeah. Shuffle. Save. There we go. Okay. Fixed. Yeah, I like it on shuffle. Ooh, look at all these accolades I got. Wow, for doing all these stories. Oh boy. Did I get anything of interest? I got a pole star. Okay. I'm on the road again. Yep, that's dirt. All right. Yep. I learned that on the streets. Okay, sure. Oh, that's kind of a good one. Hey, I'll watch this. Sure. Sure, let's just claim all these. What am I missing here now? That's what I'm curious about. Join only for potential BRM. Okay, sounds good. Ah, okay. Just some, like, specific stuff. Maybe I can clean those up at some point. I just don't know if I'm, like, worried about those at all. Oh, hey, I did all this one. Got some sick clothes. A Yesco. All right, sure. I'll take it. I'll take it. 2 new cars. Let me just clear that. It's crazy I'm still, like, making decent little bonus money on that after not doing anything for ages. Let's drive a different car today, too. Let's go, what are we feeling for the open world car? Let's go. FXX? That seems fun. Sure. Do I have an FXXK, like, built? No, it's brand new. Let's do the FXX. That just, I'm feeling fancy cars today. There it is. Okay. You still make hella cash off liveries and blueprints? Nice. Yeah, I'm surprised, like, they still get, you know, little downloads here and there. Okie doke. So, we will pull here. Actually, this might work out. One. I got nothing. All right, let's pick story, and let's do it. Look at that, a little squad following along. Okay. Oh, hold on, my mouse is on screen. There we go. Stories. Okay. What's the closest one? That one. Okay.
Eso, mi toro loco! Your first tiro is ready. Come meet me and let's get you set up.
All right. Let's do it. Let's convoy our way. I love the Fanta Fiat, by the way. That is great. That is great. Type it getting drifted. Absolutely punked on. Ooh, great livery on the BRZ or whatever that was. Don't you want a Fanta? I haven't seen a Fanta commercial in... They're still around, right? I haven't seen a Fanta commercial in probably years. They used to be so iconic. I mean, we all know the little jingle. But yeah, I guess, I don't know. They still doing okay? Who owns Fanta? Like, what's the... Are they like a Coke product or a Pepsi product? Or are they neither? This thing kind of rips, actually. Ooh. This was one of the first cars the reason I'm picking this is because this is one of the first cars I really enjoyed in Horizon 5. One of the first high-class cars, I should say. That was really not something I ever played in any other Forza game. I don't know what other Forza games it's been in. But yeah, early on, like you know, first month or so of Horizon 5, I was really digging this thing. Just felt nice. And it still does. It still does. It's a fun car. It's stable. Has lots of turn in. It's grippy. They're PepsiCo? Wait. Oh, no. Okay, I see. Fanta is Coke. Coca-Cola owns it. There we go. Okay, yeah. I don't even know what Miranda is. Miranda a pop soda brand? Miranda? Can you get like a Miranda soda? I've never heard of that. Yeah, so, sorry, you're a little slow in the Fanta Fiat for a oh, Mirinda. I still haven't heard of that. That must be a Europe thing? Or at least not where I am. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Mirinda. Oh, it's knockoff Fanta. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe we have it here. I've just never heard of it. But I'm also not a big soda guy. So maybe it exists here and it's just not super popular. Yeah, same kind of orangey stuff. Oh, but from Pepsi. Oh, interesting. Wonder if maybe like we have it, but it's named differently here. I don't know. I mostly remember from the 90s, haven't seen one in decades. Okay, interesting. Crush, yes, yeah. Crush is one we have here. That was one of my favorite drinks growing up, like soda drinks. Was Crush. I like the more citrusy things. Oh, it's right there. Oh, that's kind of neat. Is that sign always there? I mean, it's gotta be, right? So there's like a little bit of stuff relating to the story in the open world. A little detail I've never noticed. Not that it's that big of a deal, but hey, it's something. Oh, wait, the sign isn't there for you. Oh, so it must be relating to your progression in the story? Maybe that's why I've never noticed it before? Whatever. Co-op. Oh, we've only 2-starred these. All right, guys, we're starting from scratch. We're starting from scratch because we got to 3-star everything. Here we go. We'll do the first one. Oh, Wiki says it's also known as Soul in some U.S. states. Mirinda is known as Soul here? Huh. I maybe have heard of that. Like, that maybe rings a bell, but still not something I'd recognize. If somebody passed me a drink and was like, here, it's Soul, I would not know what they're talking about. But I feel like maybe I've seen that before. I don't know.
This is El Campeón, one of the greatest Lucha de Carreteras fighters in Mexico. Señor Campeón, may I present the driver I told you about? Híjole, that went well.
Wait, what?
That means El Campeón will train you. But you must prove that you're worth his
I'm trying to listen to the dialogue. It's already lost me. It's already lost me. Like, it's not even, you know, we talked about it last time. It's not even that it's, like, cringy. I don't think so, anyway. It's not, like, hard to listen to. It's just very bland. It's very, like, cookie cutter. There's just kind of nothing going. There's just nothing to it. It has nothing to do with cars. Oh, wow, yeah, you're gonna stay at 130. Okay, jeez. How long do I have to do this for? I mean, we're good. Sierra Mist. Wait. Sierra Mist was rebranded to Starry? Is that what Sierra Mist is now? Oh. I feel like that was a bad rebrand because I look at Starry. I literally just looked at Starry yesterday because they have it at Taco Bell, and I went to Taco Bell yesterday. And I look at Starry and I'm like, oh, that's like some weird off-brand that I've never heard of. But Sierra Mist is like, oh yeah, that's alternate Sprite. Huh, I had no idea. Oh, they don't, oh wait, they had to do it? Yeah, it does exactly, X-Wing. Starry sounds like generic off-brand soda. 100%. Yeah, how did they lose the rights to Sierra? Did someone like forget to file the trademark? Whoops, sorry boss. Yeah, we forgot to file it and we lost Sierra Mist. What do you want to call it? Hey, I think we hit. I think we needed 147 to get 3 stars.
Well done.
I saw 146. I think we just hit it. Felicidades! Yay, we did it. All right. Oh, Starry means old in Polish. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, who wants some old pop? Huh? Who wants some old soda? Yeah, they lost the rights, so they had to rebrand. That's crazy. How unfortunate for them. Oh, geez, sorry. All right, I'm just gonna fast travel back here. We're gonna burn through these a little bit more. It's fun to drive the FXX, but I got things to do. There we go. Okay, on to mission 2. Oh yeah, Pocari Sweat, I think is what it is, Ami. Pocari Sweat. Yeah, that's the good stuff. And it like actually has a little bit of salt in it too. but because, you know, it's electrolytes. It's good for you. It's refreshing. Who doesn't want to drink some sweat? Yum yum yum. Oh, really, Robic? That's crazy. Yeah, who wouldn't, Ami? I mean, come on.
Any questions?
IDK, I know.
Yes, you do. But you have to earn it first.
Like, I gotta think about this. Because to a certain degree, I'm talking about Horizon stories here. Think about, like, how they could do them better. Okay, just beat skills target, sure. Should be relatively easy in this area, I would think. Part of me, I was about to say, like, so many of the stories are not really about cars. Like, or they're very, like, generically about cars. This one doesn't seem, I don't understand in any way, and I'm sure it's to a certain degree because I'm not paying attention to the story, but I don't, what does this have to do with cars at all? Outside of the fact we're obviously driving a car, but it's like a wrestler story, I guess? What does that have to do with this, like, rally Ford? I guess I don't understand that. And again, maybe that's just my fault because I'm not paying attention, but, like, I don't know. And to a certain degree, so I was gonna say, like, I want the next ones to just be about, like, car stuff. Like, make the stories about car stuff. But I do have to be careful about that, because to a certain degree, I'm okay with car games not being just car things and doing other stuff, but I don't know, like, it still has to be better. Did we do it? I don't even know what my score was. I wasn't paying attention to the math. Someone must have done it. We had a story about cars and it was La Racer.
You must demonstrate your courage.
True. Speak to us like adults. I mean,
Lucha de Carreteras often demands bravery as well as
hey Luna, get a move on. It's not even, like, I hear what you're saying. It's not even that, though. Like, it's not like they're speaking to us. Like, when I play Motorfest, that feels like they're talking to me like I'm a kid. Also, I saw everyone taking shortcuts, and I thought I'd do it. I'm sorry, I'm gonna fail. Okay, no, we're good. It's so, like, bland. I know a lot of people say like, oh, it's very Disney-y. You know, it's very like, but I think it's just kind of, it's very inoffensive. The dialogue takes no stance on anything. It's just generically enthusiastic. It's very like scrubbed and polished, like, you know. Yeah, woo, okay, woo, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Yay! Okay. I might have been last. Well, almost last, but I still made it. Yeah, I mean, it's just very there. Like, it's inoffensive. I think that's the way I would say it. Like, it just kind of just does nothing. Although, for what it's worth, Papa Fernando did leave a mark on everyone. And if art can be defined by anything, it is the fact that it leaves an impression on people. And Papa Fernando certainly left an impression on Horizon 5 gamers. So, that's art, baby. You can't deny it. Hey, Hip Hop, by the way, coming in with the dirty 30, dude. Good to see you, bringing it back. Hope things are well. Welcome to the stream. We're back in Horizon. Playing a little Horizon 5. Checking off the boxes, doing the things I have never done in the game. Yeah. Oh, IDK, you hit the temples and died. Yeah, I'm shocked I actually avoided those. Oh yeah, we're gonna have our music, by the way. Get the jams going a little bit. Look at me, I'm doing so much better today. Not yesterday, our last stream Sunday, we were like last in every single story. And we're actually doing okay this time. We've got our story brain on a little bit. Know like what we need to do, when to, you know, cut shortcuts. We're really doing it. We're really doing it. Can you explain the boxy protrusions on the wheels? Yeah, it's kind of just a big arrow thing. My understanding of it is that when, what am I supposed to do here? Okay. Is that when the wheels are spinning, it generates like a like not compressed air. What would that be? Like a vortex of air, and that can mess with aerodynamics. So if you have a path to exit that vortex, like if it has an exit point, it doesn't create that vortex, and that's better for aero. That's my understanding of it. Anybody else, if anyone knows more than me, by all means. But my understanding is like that's why there's the vents in the back. Oh no! Wait, none of us did it! Oh no! Oh my god, we just missed it too! By a quarter of a second. Alright, we're running it back. We gotta do better. And of course, while I'm talking about, oh hey, we're doing so much better in the stories. I'm doing so well. Can't even 3-star it. Oh no. Alright, here, I'll queue us up for it again. Yeah, 2,000 hours in Horizon, by the way. Yeah, honestly, some of these stories have kind of been hard. Like that one on the beach. Oh, wow, wait a minute. Okay. So, wow, that one sucks too because it's kind of long. Because you gotta do the first 2 things first, which don't really count. And then you gotta do the final thing. Yeah, the monkey's paw curls. Right. Hip Hop, thank you for admitting it's your fault. I wasn't gonna bring it up, but I'm glad you have the self-awareness. Are the wheels themselves sticking out beyond the body? Yes. Yeah, I mean, you can see it here. The wheels stick out beyond the natural body of the car. But you need fenders covering that. So the wheels are like protected. But you still want that air vortex to like have an exit. It's all about that content grind, exactly.
You must demonstrate agility.
Yeah, I have been a little bit surprised though. Like most of the stories have been relatively easy, but that skills one on the beach was legitimately hard. This one though, I don't know. This is like a pre-challenge. We just need to get 10,000 and then we're done. So let's just burn out the time.
Hit the fences. Go through the fields.
There's basically a normal car body underneath the arch. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you see it a lot on rally cars. You see it a lot on like GT cars, like super silhouette cars or silhouette cars are big into it too. And then, I don't know, sometimes you see them in like small form. This is like a big version of those little fender flares or those little fender vents you see on stock cars sometimes. Like sporty stock cars. You'll see like a little triangle cut out behind the fender. I think it's basically just the same thing. I think this is just a bigger, more sporty version of that performs better. IDK man, that's a good question, isn't it? I wonder, why might I have horns muted? Surely not because my chat just relentlessly abuses them. That wouldn't have anything to do with it, no. No. All right, we did it. That's one. Okay, we gotta remember, on this last one, we have to try.
But next,
We have to actually be good. Wait, is it this one? Or was there another precursor one?
Carreteras often demands bravery as well as a skill.
Yeah, okay, yeah, there's another one. This is just the shortcuts. Yeah.
I am sure
Oh wow, you can wait. Oh wow, yeah, you can really shortcut this. No wonder I was last. Taking the path I'm supposed to take like a chump. You can do this in like 5 seconds. And they gave you 3 minutes to do it. Look at that. I like finding shortcuts. I feel like that's such a weird... Like, that's clearly by design. It's just, I don't know if I agree with that mentality.
It's you against El
Okay,
Campeón,
guys.
test of speed.
Focus up. 155. We, like, actually have to do this. We actually have to do this.
It's just like Lucha Libre. First to the finish wins. Stay on the route, only if you see
Focus
flares.
up.
Ready?
Do my shifts. There's no cuts here. No major cuts anyway. And we top out. Our speed tops out right about there. No lift. Full commit. Oh, we're gonna do this.
Cuidado! Extreme left turn.
Extreme left turn. Okay, we got it. We just had to wake up a little bit. We're gonna have this for sure.
Another tight left.
Now remember, there's a scary chicane at the end. Nobody forget that. Yeah, Ami, yeah, exactly. Like, it's fun to find shortcuts. There is a mechanic, an enjoyable thing to that, for sure. But then it's just, at the end of the day... Sorry, Type It, I was kind of boxing you out there. At the end of the day, when you figure it out, like, that's an aggressive shortcut. That means, like, you know, yeah, the story is basically just, hey, do this quick. Like, just drive, you know, half a mile. Also, you guys, wow, you guys took that so much faster than I did. Holy crap. Get moving, Gabri. There we go. Okay, we got this for sure. We got this for sure. I got 10 seconds to make it to the end. I'm gonna be okay. Somebody got stuck back there. Oh, wait, I might still not make it. 53, 50. Wow, I barely made it. Holy crap. Now, granted, that last corner, I slowed down. That was where all you guys passed me. I took that way slower than I should have.
You beat El
But
Campeón.
dang, I barely made that.
Future ahead of you.
This one's kind
Here,
of
Micho.
real.
I think there's no doubt you've proven
Okay.
El Campeón
I like,
is-
that's good
will
challenge.
sponsor
I like
you
that.
under
Because
the
that's
name
obviously
of
no shortcuts, it's just
Toro
actual,
Loco.
pure, unadulterated driving skill. Hoki, explain real quick how a turbocharger works. Air goes in, it goes squish, it goes back in, it goes bang, you go fast. Is that, did I do it? Fast travel, there we go. Oh, okay, I got you, hip hop. Yeah, Beto, hey, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We're full up right now for our convoy, but we might, emphasis, do a BRM later. So feel free to stick around if you want to do BRM. Or if somebody needs to leave. Yeah, more air equals more fast. Turbo explained. Hoki, explain real quick how a supercharger works. More air equals more fast. There you go, done. Yes, the important difference is one goes and one goes.
Now you look like a real warrior of the ring. Now, this is
First
important.
bout, all right.
Don't ever tell anyone your real name. When you wear the mask, you
Oh,
are
this
Toro
is supposed to
Loco.
be me now.
Don't speak either.
Oh, I
Are
see.
narrative, and everything is
So
ready to
we
go.
drove.
Get
Okay,
in your car.
I'm seeing the connection here. How this connects to cars. So we met the famous wrestler guy. That must have been his car. Oh my god. Okay, so it's a car luchador thing. And now, like, we're a luchador. And this is our, like, stock version. And we're apparently battling somebody? Okay. You know, they had to shoehorn in Mexican culture somehow. More power to them, I guess. Why not? Why not? Oh, we can go all the way over here. Okay. Sure. Work some jumps in there. IGN, 10 out of 10. I got you. I know we meme that all the time. But very, whoa, that almost was bad. Very truthfully, and I've said this for a long time. I understand why this is a 10 out of 10 game. Oh, we have a lot of close calls here. Like, because I do think for the right market, this is a 10 out of 10 game. I wouldn't personally call it a 10 out of 10 game. I think I'd give it like but it's tough, man. Like, it depends on so much. It's rating games like this is so hard for me. Cause you have to is this a game that's really meant to be played for 2,000 hours? And like, do you factor in the fact that, like, you know, it's been around for the franchise has been around? Like, does lack of innovation across the sequels matter? If you're like, do you review a game in a vacuum? I guess is maybe the biggest question. Do you review a game in a vacuum, or do you have to consider the previous iterations and like the current market? It's tough. Like, oh, we got 3 stars. We killed it. Look at us go. So, like, I understand. I'm not saying I fully agree. I would not call Horizon 5 a 10 out of 10. To me, gut reaction is like 8, 8.5. But I can like logic myself into putting it worse. Like, lower down. I think I could like, I could make an argument for it being like a 6 out of 10. I'm not saying I necessarily agree with it, but like I agree with the logic of it. And then I could also make an argument for it being a 10 out of 10 game. That's tough. Like, I just don't know. Reviewing stuff is hard. It's hard. We did it, by the way. Yay. My luchador career. Luna, we'll get you back. Don't let me forget. Yeah, 10 out of 10 is a big statement. 10 out of 10, but see, that's always tough too. Because when you think 10 to 10, people have a different definition out of what 10 out of 10 is. Because in my opinion, there's essentially no such thing as a flawless game. You can always think of something that could be better. And so 10 out of 10 can't mean flawless game.
Definitely looking forward to it.
At least in my opinion. Like, to me, like, Dark Souls 1 is a 10 out of 10 game. That doesn't mean it's flawless. So, I don't know. And, like, Dave the Diver is, like, a 10 out of 10 game to me. That doesn't mean there weren't, like, little things that I wish were better. So, it's a tough thing, like... It's also important to consider that the score can change depending on what aspect of it... See, yeah, that's big. What aspect of the game are you reviewing? What frame of... Are you coming from the frame of reference of a casual player? Or a competitive player? Because if you're looking at Horizon 5 from a competitive perspective, no. Obviously, it's not a 10 out of 10. But if you're looking at it from, like, a casual gameplay perspective... Yeah, like, I see the path... to that. Like, this is a 10 out of 10 casual racing game fan game. Like, I really think that. So it's tough. Like, it's... I don't know, man. To be 10 out of 10 for me, it would need better social features and some sort of career. Yeah, for sure. I do agree with that. Yeah. 10 out of 10 means you do everything you try perfectly. See, I see where you're coming from with that. I do like the logic of that, but I think that logic has a lot of flaws because I think that doesn't reward trying new things and doing them okay. And it means that, like, Pong is a 10 out of 10 game. Because, like, Pong is executed perfectly. And then it's like, what does executed perfectly mean? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, somebody said Tetris, right. Like, Tetris is a perfect execution. And, like, I guess, I think there's a pretty strong argument for Tetris being a 10 out of 10 game, but you also, like, can't make... If Tetris were to release today... It's weird. It's a hard thing to really suss out, like... And then again, like, this is always so tough, is like 7 out of 10 these days is average, which I hate, but like that's just the way of the world. It is what it is. So the whole grading scale is shifted. Like, there is so much difference between a 7, an 8, a 9, and a 10. Like, you almost have like a 5-point scale. Because if a game is a 5 or below, it's shit. That's a crap game. Which it shouldn't be like that. You know, a 4 should be a slightly below average game. Ah! No! But that's not the case. Like, a 6 or a 7 is like a below average game. Like, I think most people, if you look at a game that got an 8, you're like, yeah, okay, that's a good game. If you look at a game that's a 7, you're like, okay. Like, I'm sure it's fine, but like, yeah, maybe not worth my time unless it seems really interesting. If you look at a game that's a 9, that's like, ooh, that's great. And then obviously a 10 is big. Ah! Oh, no! No! Hey, we landed on our feet. Look at us go. Oh, someone's got to 3-star this, hopefully. It's up to Gamer and Type It, I think. But anyway, hold on. I'm going to turn the game down a hair. Yeah, was that a 10 out of 10? Yeah, so it's tough because, like, the whole grading scale is really shifted towards the top. And that makes things even harder because there's such a big difference between a 7, an 8, a 9, and a 10. When realistically, like, a 7 should mean above average, like decently above average. Woo-hoo! I thought we were gonna clip that and spin, but we're good. So I don't know. Yeah, ask if there's anything I could change. See, but yeah, that's tough, hip hop, because I'm a big idea guy. When I'm playing video games, I'm always thinking like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if this? Wouldn't it be cool if that? But at a certain point, that becomes unfeasible. Because, like, you know, it'd be cool if this game gave me a foot massage while I played it. But that doesn't mean it doesn't make it a 10 out of 10 just because it doesn't. You know? Like, obviously, that's a terrible example. But, like, I guess I could say it'd be cool if this game had, like, a huge open world that was, like, MMO scale and could have, like, 2,000 players at once. And so, like, there has to be a point of realism somewhere, and then that introduces a lot of gray area. Oh, I got disconnected from everybody. Okay, whatever. We should just be able to queue up for the next one and be fine. Yeah, oh, Beto, I do agree. I do agree. Sorry, I'm missing a lot of chat. There's a lot of really good conversation happening in chat, and I'm just here driving my luchador car. If I ever were to meet someone who says Horizon 5's their favorite game, I'd love to hear their explanation why that's the case. See, I think that's probably pretty common. I think there are a lot of people where Horizon 5's their favorite game. And I don't fault them for that. Like, I think that's... I see the logic for that. I think I could argue that point. So, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Luna, I'm so sorry. I missed your message. Hopefully you still get in. Perspective matters too, I agree, but at the end of the day, do you review it in a vacuum, like you said earlier? Do you take into account how it got to the point where there's, you know, 5 Forza games made? It's like reviewing COD or Battlefield. Yeah, without understanding. Yeah, like it's... Oh, our car got upgraded a little bit, okay. It's a tough question to answer. But that's not what the game set out to do, know what I mean? So I wouldn't judge it on that. Right, okay, we'll make it a little more realistic though. So like this game is, I believe, setting out to be a social experience. But it's kind of poor at the social experience. You can only have 12 players at once. And you know, it's buggy. So it's like, what then makes that 10 out of 10? If only having 12 players to me is bad. Let's say, you know, 24 makes it good. Does 36 make it great? Like, it's... I don't know. I'm such a... Maybe this is just like a my brain thing. But I love clinging to data and stats so much. And reviewing is so subjective. And not only is it so subjective, it's so, like, my own opinion can change. Like, again, I could make an argument for Horizon being a 6 out of 10 game. I could make an argument I believe that I stand by for Horizon 5 being a 6 out of 10 game. And I can also make an argument that I stand by and believe in for Horizon 5 being a 10 out of 10 game. And I hate that. I don't like how wishy-washy that is. Like, I wish I could just, you know, plot things on a graph and be like, look, this is exactly why this game gets the score that it gets. Yeah, it's almost, you know, we were talking about this the other day with music, where, like, music is hard because sometimes you're not in a mood for a certain song. Your favorite song ever, a song that you could be jamming to and be like, oh my god, this song's the best. You could listen to it at a certain time and be like, I'm not in the mood for that. I'm not feeling that. Right now, that song's not a 10 out of 10 for me. So it's hard. Music's harder, because music is so you have nothing to go off of. Music is obviously like 100% subjective. Well, I wouldn't say 100%. There are basic theories of music that you should follow, but like, I feel that way with Horizon, where sometimes Horizon's hitting, and it feels 10 out of 10, and then sometimes it's not. And then sometimes it's somewhere in the middle. So it's, I don't know, man. I'm all over with it. Oh, that's why he said shortcut. Look at everyone else who has a brain. There we go. Someone's gonna 3-star it again. It's also important to consider that the context in which we interact with the game can change our perspective or perception. I've made the best memories in BF3 years ago. To me, that's 10 out of 10, but objectively, it's far, far from that. Right. I mean, that's another tough thing is like, your experiences in a game affect what you think about it. And you can have a hell of a lot of fun in kind of bad games if you're like playing them and just messing around with your buddies. And so like, does that affect like the score? Like, I don't know. It's just there's too many different things to it. There's too many different things to it. Okay, we get to pick, but we're at the end of the day gonna do both. So let's do both. White Light in his Horizon 5 missing review. Oh, hold on, I gotta scroll up because it went off the message. Or went off the board. White Light in his Horizon 5, I'm guessing, review, said, you know, it isn't 10 out of 10, basically explained. Oh, I see. His video was titled, yeah. Horizon 5 isn't a 10 out of 10. Basically explained that the two types of players that play Horizon 5. Or basically explained sorry, wow, I completely misread your message. But yes. Yeah, in his video, he explained the two types of players that play Horizon 5 based on what people want from the single player progression. Right. And yeah, I mean, that's, I don't know, man. It is a interesting topic to discover. Yeah, if someone's 12 right now and is spending 12 hours a day playing Horizon 5 with his friends, then I can understand why they love the game so much. Yeah, and there are, I'm sure, thousands, if not tens of thousands of people doing that. Because again, you gotta remember, 50 million people have played this. 50 million. This is a lot of people's favorite game. Like, just statistically, it has to be. And I've seen that. You know, people, I'm in the spaces. I see what's going on in the social medias. And there are absolutely people that have said like, oh yeah, this is my favorite game. I'm sure it's Ugrundy's favorite game. I don't know. Is he still putting out tunes? I doubt it. Maybe. Yeah, that's from Hall of Fame stats. But as soon as you, so it's 50 million people that are on the Hall of Fame board. But that doesn't mean you needed to beat the game to get there. You get on the Hall of Fame board like right after the tutorial. Can I do this? Yeah, sick shortcut. No. There we go. I'm counting on you guys. I'm counting on you. You can do it. This is actually kind of cool. This is some of the most like set piece I've seen in a Horizon story. They got the whole stadium all dirted up, fully custom layout. That's fun. I can dig it. I can get behind this. If they were all like this, I would like it more. Oh, and then here we go. We're just leaving it. All right, it was cool for a minute. And now we're back to just, you know, lighter set dressing, little bits and pieces here and there. Rip. All right. Hey, we're ahead of somebody, barely, Michael. But yeah, 50 million people, or at least 50 million accounts, have made it past the tutorial. Like, this game is just so much more popular than I think, like, any of us can really fathom. Because it's funny, because it doesn't have, like, the Grand Theft Auto, or, like, the big new AAA, like, the Silk Song effect. Like, it's weird how, like, niche racing games are, but then, like, this is one of the best-selling games, or one of the most played games out there. But, like, people don't really talk about it outside of racing game spaces, so it still feels kind of niche. But, like, everyone's played Horizon. It's weird. It's weird. It exists in such a, like, funky space. It's not bad. I mean, sure, I'd love it for... I always want every racing game to be more popular. But, like, it's not like it's a bad thing. I'm gonna be honest, I know Horizon 6 won't flop. But I sure hope it'll be a better game compared to 5. Dude, me too. Me too. Oh no! I didn't commit. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I think the fear is that it's gonna be more Horizon 5. I think that's the fear. Oh no! That's the bridge. Okay, we're gonna be okay. I was thinking, like, I'm gonna be fast and avoid the jumps. That was not the right play, Hoki. That was not the right thing to do. There we go. It seems like I'm not the only one getting thrown off. But yeah, it sucks because here's my thing. I would normally be filled with so much more confidence of like, okay, they've had 5 years, because we know, according to Phil Spencer, right, that we're supposedly getting the game next year. He said, what, for the next Forza in 2026, which puts it at 5 years of dev time, which is longer than they've ever had. So that would normally fill me with a lot of confidence, a lot of confidence, a high amount of confidence. But we saw something similar with Motorsport, and that's what has me scared. Now, they are 2 different studios, but obviously it's the same franchise. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Ooh, there we go. I remember saying in this very channel months ago something similar about Motorsport. That if it'll be bad, it'd spell the end for the Motorsport series. And well, here we are. Yeah. I don't know. I still think Horizon, they've got more like goodwill in the bank. Like, yeah, us long timers, us dudes that have played the game just way too much time. we definitely have, I think, a more jaded opinion towards it. But again, this is like the biggest, and I don't say this in a bad way, this is like the biggest normie racing game of all time. This game is so popular, and among normal people, it's a very well-loved game. And, you know, I say that given the implication that, like, oh, we don't love it. I think a lot of us still love it. I still love Horizon. I love this game. And you know, I criticize it kind of because I love it, and I want it to be better. But you know, I think most players don't see those criticisms that all of us long-timers do. So I think I think Horizon still has like a lot more goodwill in the bank than Motorsport does. Motorsport's kind of been on a downward decline for a while. And while I think the argument can be made that like maybe Horizon has been too, they're still like, they're so much higher. It's so much more popular. This is still a really good game, especially compared against like Motorsport at launch. You know, they didn't innovate that much they haven't been innovating that much, but like, again, in a vacuum, if this was not attached to Forza and this came out, people would be losing their minds over it. Like, oh my god, 900 cars, big open world, like tons of content. Like, I think most of the criticisms about oh yeah, Beto, absolutely. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh wait. Oh, okay, yeah. Smolgren left. Did my game crash? Someone take my spot. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, Beto, I'll get you in. Betodo99, right? Yeah, there we go. All right, let's fill that spot. Was Motorsport 5 peak Motorsport, and is Horizon 5 in the same place? That's hard. I don't want to comment on that because it's been so long, and I was obviously in a very different space. It's a great livery, by the way, Luna. And this is sick too. But yeah, I was a very different person when Motorsport 5 came out. Yeah, I have such a different perspective on like the series as a whole these days. And like naturally just as a content creator. So it's tough. It's tough. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people would... The common favorite is 4. Everybody wants 4 back. It's kind of like Gran Turismo 4 and Gran Turismo 5. Of, like... They're both great. But, like, 4 was the popular one. And that's, you know, Motorsport 4 is, like, peak Motorsport, I think, to a lot of people. Yeah. Hoki, do you think someone on this earth thinks the stories are the best part of this game? 50 million people. But no, not a one. No chance. I mean, joking aside, I doubt it. I doubt it. Hey, there we go. We got Beto in. All right, Beto, I'll give you a sec. Nymph, yeah, same. No, I mean, I'm sure there's people that like the stories to a certain point. Like, I'm sure there's people that think, like, yeah, these are fun, they're great. But I think, like, and I really don't say this as that negative of a thing. There's just not enough to the stories to like them that much. Like, how can you think they're the favorite thing when in reality, like, there's just not that much going on? Like, you can, there's not enough there to be like, yes, this is awesome. Even if the stuff that was there was the best that it could be, there's just not enough of it. So I don't know. Beto sounds good. Yeah, we're queued up. Hopefully you made that one in. Holding out for AC Evo, enjoying the alpha even though it doesn't have a ton of content. Yeah, I don't know. I'm nervous about Evo too. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that the open world's interesting and adds a lot of value. We'll see. We'll see. Racing games used to be really good at the whole career mode thing without stories, and then Horizon 1 nailed the story. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Horizon 1's story is so good. Like, in comparison. It's interesting. I feel like as a whole... Like, what? Okay, here's a good question for you guys. What's the last good racing game story? Maybe this has an easy answer I haven't really thought about yet. What is the newest game that has, like, a confidently good, engaging, interesting story and main career? Need for Speed The Run? Okay, sure. Grid Legends? Okay, yeah, I never played it. We've talked about that. I've skipped over Grid Legends. Crew 1, yeah, I would agree with that. I think Crew 1's good, but that's what, 2015? So that's been a while. Midnight Club LA, again, I would agree, but again, that's 2011? So that's over a decade. You'd say Need for Speed Rivals, sure. The Run, maybe Grid Legends. Yeah, okay. Yeah, a couple consistent picks. I think that's fair. I'm a little surprised I haven't heard anyone bring up any of the new Need for Speeds. And I guess I shouldn't say I'm that surprised. But they're at least, like, focused stories. Underground 2, fair. I'm not going to disagree with you on that. It's not perfect, but Heat. Okay, well, hey, there we go. Yeah, I would actually agree with that. I think, hot take, I think both Heat and Unbound have decent stories. I wouldn't say they're great, but I'd say they're good. Like, to me, they're like, they're engaging enough. And there are some good moments in both of them that I enjoy. I think they certainly could be better. They certainly could be written a little bit better. Yeah, there certainly was some cringe to both of them. I don't disagree with that whatsoever. But, like, at least they had some meat to them and, like, created actual characters that had actual personalities to a certain degree. To a certain degree. So yeah. Yeah. Now, 2015 is the big cringe to me. 2015 was peak Need for Speed cringe. Heat and Unbound were much better on the cringe scale for me. Much, much better. Unbound was vapid. A lot of people really didn't like Unbound story. I enjoyed it. Like, it was a fun time. I enjoyed Unbound story. I, like, truly did. I think Unbound single player is a worthwhile experience. Creating characters, storylines, and personalities is easy. Tell that to Horizon. Tell that to Motorfest. Because they're not doing it. Like, I'm not saying I necessarily disagree with you at heart, but, like, no one's doing it. So maybe it's not as easy as it sounds. 2015 did get the closest to real car culture, because it's all real, you know, it's all real car people. But God, it was just so cringy. So, it's a bummer, because you're right. It did get the closest. Oh, you can't do that. Dang it, I followed you guys. Because I was like, wait, you can take shortcuts on this one? Nope. Yeah, game is hard. Ah. There we go. Hopefully someone got the... Is somebody way up ahead? Luna? Hopefully? I can't see anybody on my map. Hopefully someone figured it out. It's easy to make it... It's easy to make a good story if you don't try to make it fully sanitized. I gotta be honest, I kind of disagree with that. I hear where you're coming from. I do. But I legitimately think that Heat and Unbound were attempts at a good story. Like, genuine attempts at a good story. And I just think it missed. I think a lot of people look at those stories and they go, oh my god, those are awful. I disagree. I think, again, Heat and Unbound are, like, you know, serviceable, engaging stories to a certain degree. But yeah, I think that those are genuine attempts at a good story. And in my own personal opinion, I think they more or less succeeded. I think writing, you know, certainly could have been better in some areas, but I like kind of think Unbound Story's good. I really do. Yeah. Oh, there was a shortcut in the stadium. Ah, whatever. I think somebody got it. Somebody carried me. Hopefully. Even without all the popular people in 2015, the fictional characters are still relatively good representation of car culture. I don't know if I don't know if I would fully agree with that. I think it's like caricature of car culture. Like, the broad strokes, sure. But it's very much how, like... It's very much how, like, late... This is such a weird... Oh, yeah, type it, I gotcha. This is such a weird analogy to make. It's like how, at the late seasons of The Office, the characters are all kind of caricatures of themselves. Like... In the early seasons, they were all believable people. They were believable people, kind of hammed up a little bit for comedy. And then in the later seasons, they're doing things and behaving in ways that real people never behave. It's purely for the sake of comedy. But with the core of their personality from the earlier seasons just amped up to the nth degree. And I think that's the same with Need for Speed. Is like, yes, I don't know. Yeah, Flanderization. Yes, I think that is the term, actually. I think that is the term. Yes. Unbound's ending was pretty good, but the filler in between the beginning and the end was just poor. See, I know this is a hot take. I kind of disagree. I liked a lot of the... I truly enjoyed Unbound Story. I'm one of, like, probably 2 people on the planet that actually really liked that little driving sequence with ASAP Rocky, where he like does that whole monologue. Everyone hated that. I like truly enjoyed it. Truly enjoyed it. And I know that's a hot take, but yeah, I thought, what was his name? Darrell, something like that. I thought he was a fun character. Yeah. Try to beat the monster ghost. Wait, what are we doing? Just timing? Okay, I see. Ah! I beat him! Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd have a different perspective playing through Unbound again now. I did only play it once at launch, and when did that game come out? Early 2020s? I honestly don't even remember. Yeah, I have fond memories of Unbound Story. By and large. Certainly there was a lot of cringy dialogue. But by and large, there were a lot of moments I truly enjoyed. Oh yeah, you didn't, that you can cut that. I see now. 2022. Okay, yeah, there you go. I couldn't remember if it was before or after Horizon. I had to turn off dialogue, soundtrack, and skip cutscenes to make Unbound unplayable. Yeah, it's interesting. I think I just have a lower cringe detector than a lot of people. At least a lot of people on the internet. Well, I shouldn't even say that's too. I'll like watch stuff with my wife. Oh my god, I can't see anything. Okay, we're good. I'll watch stuff with my wife, and it just doesn't like register on the cringe bar to me. And my wife will be like, "Oh my god, this is hard to watch. This is so awkward. It's so cringy." And I'm like, it's like doesn't track to me. You're a dad? I mean, maybe. I don't know. Like, maybe it's because I'm weird and I surround myself with kind of weird people sometimes. Like, I say that not as a negative thing. Like, I don't know. I've got some weirdo friends, and I love that. We're all a little weird. And I hope, like, I don't have random friends. Like, am I the weirdo friend? But, like, I say that as a badge of honor. Like, I like being weird. And to me, to a certain degree, cringiness is, like, welcoming. I like it when people's walls are down because it makes them more, like, inviting and approachable to talk to. When people are being weird, I feel more comfortable around them. And I think that kind of extends to, like, video. Yeah, it feels sincere, right? Like, I love... This is a weird example. We had an issue... We were worried about our tree in our front yard. It was looking unhealthy. So there's like a service you can like call and like a person will just come out and they'll like assess your tree for free. And this woman came out and was just like so nerdy about the trees and was like telling me all these like, oh no, we didn't do this one. 225. We were 2.5 seconds shy. All right, we're going back in. But yeah, this woman showed up and was just so nerdy about trees and telling me all this stuff that was going so far over my head about like soils and nitrogen and blah, blah, blah. And all this stuff about trees. And like, I didn't understand any of it, but like it made her just such an approachable person of just like, oh yeah, I dig this vibe so much because you clearly love this. And I love that you love this, and your passion is so obvious for it. And I appreciate that, and that makes you just an approachable person. And I think that extends to me maybe to the video games a little bit, where it's like, yeah, it's cringy, but that makes it feel a little more real to me. I don't know. Yeah, it's not. X-Wing saying that's not cringy though. That's a subject matter expert sharing passion. Maybe that's not the best example, but to me, I feel like they're kind of close. Like that's, I don't know. Like Games Done Quick. Does anybody watch like SGDQ or AGDQ? My wife struggles to watch that because it's kind of cringy. And that's a common, that's a popular discussion point, is that the GDQ events are a little hard to watch because they're a little cringy. It doesn't register at all to me when I watch GDQ. It feels like just nerds being genuine and passionate. And I think that's kind of the same thing for me. So I don't know. There's human-like cringe and there's cringe of corpos imposing their will on the story. Okay, yeah. That is how I feel about Need for Speed 2015. It feels very like corpo, how do you do, fellow kids, to me. And I think that's what a lot of people also get out of Unbound and Heat. Is Unbound and Heat feels very corpo, how do you do, fellow kids, you know, boardroom trying to figure out how young kids actually talk. And I get that. I do see that. I totally see that. But it just doesn't, like, register as much for me. Maybe, hold on. Oh, no. Oh, no. Maybe it's because I'm old. And so, to me, I don't see... I'm not a fancy Gen Zer. I'm not up and hip with the lingo. I am an old man. And so I hear them saying, yo, fam, what's fleek? And I'm like, yeah, that sounds legit. Oh, no. Right, see, Mitch, I loved that. And so many people share your opinion. So many people thought that dialogue with ASAP Rocky was, like, painfully unbearable. That was one of the best moments in the story for me. Truly, genuinely, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I was like, wow, that was such a good moment. And I know that that's not, I don't know how popular, I know that that's not a universal opinion. I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, that's a thing people talk about as being a really big cringy moment. And I did that and I was like, wow, that was a really good moment. I loved that moment. Like, that felt so legit, so genuine. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just old. Maybe I'm just old. I think that might be it. I'm just an old man. And I'm not hip with the times. I don't know what cool kids talk like anymore. What's the problem with Rocky? I think a lot of people didn't like it because he was, like, being very emotional. Like, it was very... I don't know. I really don't know, because I liked it. So, I don't know. The how do you do, fellow kids is how Horizon 5 feels to me. Yeah, I understand that. I fully do. Mr. G-Man, any day now. Any day now. I promise. I love how Rhino and Hip Hop both copy pasting the I used to be with it, then they change what it is. Now I wish it, yeah. It's it is what it is. It is what it is. There you go, there's a jinx. Unbound was meant to be a revenge story. Hey, we did it, by the way. Centered around two people with a bunch of other street racing kids in their orbit. And then we have a random rapper who rarely even shows up in the races. Yeah, see, I don't know. That doesn't... I think it did both of those things, like, well. I think it was a decent revenge story. Very similar, and I know people don't like this, very similar to Most Wanted. Very similar to Most Wanted. And yeah, I feel like the ASAP thing, like, it wasn't out of place to me. I don't know. I guess it was for me. All right, dudes, we did that story. I think we're done. Yeah, we got it wrapped up. Sick. Okay, there's one left. Born Fast. Woo! Rocky's story and Unbound just felt out of place in the storyline. That interview is already, but really did not fit. Yeah, see, I just didn't get that. To me, I really enjoyed it. It did fit to me. It felt very, I don't know. It felt legit. I don't know. Yeah, again, I think my cringe detector is just different. So I don't know. My problem at first was that Rocky's bit felt like a not very well-spoken interview. But that's where I'm coming back to of like, that feels more genuine to me. Is it literally did just kind of feel like they were like, all right, now just talk. And I liked that. Like, it didn't feel like it was rote for him. It just felt like that was just him just having a conversation. So, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just built different. Literally. I don't know. Overall, they picked a rapper to include and build a game around that's genuine and brave. Sure. I mean, I think, you know, Mitch would probably take the argument of like, that's a marketing call. They picked a, you know, it's like having Taylor Swift in your video game because Taylor Swift is popular. So, you know, I don't know. But, I mean, again, ASAP, like, had a very cool car. He's obviously, like, a real car guy. So, I think, like, you can be pessimistic about it, or you can not be pessimistic about it. And I'm sorry, I'm saying that, like, pessimistic is the wrong choice. I think it's fair to go both ways. Mitch is obviously on that side of like, oh, they just picked him because he's popular and it's brand recognition and it'll mean the game sells more copies. And like, I understand that path of logic. Legitimately, I do. I don't agree with it, though. I think it's fine to have a big name. Like, because again, it's not like he's not a car guy. It's not like he doesn't actually have like a crazy unique car that kind of fits the style of Need for Speed. And it's not like he's the most popular guy. A$AP Rocky, like, yeah, he's big, but he's not like, it's not like having Kendrick Lamar or Snoop Dogg in your game. Or, you know, what, I don't know. Snoop, I guess, well, no, he's still fairly relevant. So, like, you know, I think there is a more genuine way to look at it, and I think that's kind of the way I look at it. Is like, you know, and maybe this is a little bit because I'm like a content creator, like I'm a YouTuber, and so I get a little bit of this from my perspective of like, people have criticized me or my, you know, fellow content creators in the past for being like, oh, he just has access to that. He just got to do that because he's a content creator. And it's like, but can't it be both? Can't it be like, I'm also a car guy? I'm also really interested in this? So, I don't know. Riders on the Storm would like a word. True. True. Oh, yeah. Or like Ludacris turning up. Well, right, yeah. I mean, yeah, I think like you can have both. I think Ludacris is kind of a good example of that. Is like, you can have both. Yes, he's a famous person that is recognizable from other things, but that doesn't mean he can't also be genuine and fitting in that game. I think you can have both. And I think some people will take one perspective on it and some will take another. But yeah. I don't know. Tyler the Creator. Dude, yeah. I don't know if you guys saw, Tyler the Creator has like a crazy garage. He has an F40. Oh my god. You can have both, but something tells me that's not what Rocky's cameo was. Yeah, and I think that's just the thing, is like, we'll never know. No one's ever gonna come out and say, like, Rocky's cameo was purely a marketing decision. And I think it's perfectly reasonable to think both, or one or the other. And I'm sure it is some mix. Well, I know it's a mix of both. Obviously, they want to pick someone that is recognizable and will help the brand. For sure. But, you know, I just think, for me, it fits, and for other people, it doesn't fit. And I think that's fine. Should have been Jay Leno? Sure. Yeah. He has 2 HF Deltas? Yeah, man. I had no idea. I mean, obviously, like, a lot of people are into cars, especially people that are, like, into music, but dude's got, like, a pretty sick collection of cars. Like, holy crap. Like, I'm sorry, Tyler, the creator, but I did not understand your game. Holy crap. But yeah. See, I think Jay Leno would be more out. Jay Leno would make 0 sense for me in a Need for Speed game. Unless the Need for Speed game had a very different vibe. But if Jay Leno was in Unbound, that would be out of place to me. I would be like, what? Jay Leno? In a street racing game in Chicago? Huh? Yeah, Unbound with Jeremy Clarkson. Equally out of place. So, I don't know. Jay Leno in a Papa Fernando type role. That I would like. That I would like. Yeah, having Jay Leno, like narrate stuff for a Forza Motorsport? Totally. Kind of doing what, like, Jeremy Clarkson did for the old Forzas. That would be sick. I would love it. But yeah, you know. Yeah, Jay Leno and Gran Turismo, sure. ODST, no, you didn't miss it. We haven't done a BRM or anything yet. I still don't know if we're going to. We're just kind of chunking our way through the stories. I don't know if we would have a full convoy for a BRM or not. It seems like we might. We've been streaming a little shy of 2.5 hours. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I think this is our last story, so we'll see how this goes. Jay Leno in a villain role could just play himself. He's in story just trying to steal everyone's cars. He's like the Team Rocket of the video game. He's just trying to collect every car. That would actually be really funny. I would love Jay Leno as like a comic book villain trying to steal everyone's cars so he can have the perfect collection of everybody's car. And nobody else can have cars but him, and he has the best cars. I think he would actually do that really well. Jay Leno, yeah, he just is Meowth. Jay Leno, that's right. It would I hate how much that makes sense. Like, it totally works. Alright, there we go. We smoked that one. Yeah, he's kind of already got the voice for it. Have you seen this? Have you seen this car? This is my car now. Sorry, I can't do Jay Leno, but... What if Jay Leno shows up as the final wanderer of Tokyo Extreme Racer? It's just Jay Leno. There you go. There you go. Seinfeld sidekick. I love it. Oh, my buddy just texted me something. Ooh, about new VR headset. Oh, that it's been canceled. RIP. Okay. Rumors are abound of Valve finally doing a new VR headset. I'm so hopeful. My Index, I love it. It's getting old. It's getting old. I'm ready for something new. And he's in like a... Yeah, right. He totally would be too, Ruse. And that would fit for TXR. That would totally fit. There you go. Yeah, Lay Geno. Jordan Leto. Charlie's request. Here we go. Did I ever experience Phantom Pain in VR? No, I have not done Phantom Pain in VR. Yeah, I have not. I have not. There's a lot of like bigger like VR experiences I've never done. To me, VR shines more when it's like a made for VR experience. That's kind of a weird argument to make, but yeah. Like Walkabout Mini Golf is the best VR game in the world. It just is. Where are we going? What are we doing? I'm following y'all. Oh, wait, we're just in our cars. Oh, we get to start the story in our cars. Hey, look at this. I wasn't even paying attention to that. Okay. That's fun. Wait. Oh, wait, is it? Hold on, isn't there a Metal Gear Solid VR thing? Okay, maybe I'm just, yeah, when you said that, I swear there is like a little short MGS VR experience. Yeah, you said Phantom Pain. Wait, now, okay, now you got me crazy, because in my head I was like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. And no, I'm just a crazy old man making things up in my mind. MGS VR. No, I'm making things up. There are VR missions from the 1999 PlayStation game. That's what you were talking about. Anyway, I meant the cringe people in VR chat who say they can feel real pain when you hit them in game. I've never heard of that. That's hilarious. And no, I've actually never done VR chat. I know, how do I have a VR headset without having VR chat? I don't think I'm ready to take that leap. You thought the same thing, ODST? Okay. Okay, yeah. I've seen some clips. I know hip-hop. And they're not clips that make me go, yeah, I definitely want to do this. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure VR chat is a great time. I can't do that. I have too much shame and like social anxiety. And I know for a lot of people, like, VR chat is their escape from social anxiety, because it's like, oh, it's not you. But like, it is still me. I'm still listening to you say, like, wow, that was a weird thing to say, or, you know, whatever. Like, I think my social anxiety just did not allow me to do VR chat. I just couldn't. And what would my avatar would be like, just me. I'm not gonna be like some big booby anime girl. I'm not gonna be like a Pokemon or Sonic. What would can I just be me? Like, I don't know. I don't know, like, I don't know who else I want to be. I don't know. I have no desires to be a, you know, 6 foot tall fox. I could be Jay Leno. Oh my God, we just figured it out. I'll be Jay Leno in VR chat. All right, I gotta work on my Jay Leno impression. Oh my God, that would be so funny. Yeah, just to put a PNG of my face up, yeah. No, it'll be a PNG of Jay Leno's face on my body. I'll get a full 3D scan of my body and just put Jay Leno's face in cardboard, like 2D, right in front of it. I could be a Honda Element, you're right. I think you can be, like, non-humanoids. I mean, yeah, I know you can. I've seen that before. Yeah, I can see that. Do you guys watch, have you guys seen on Instagram or TikTok probably, on the socials, Marcus from VR chat? He's like that goofy ass worm alien dude. I love him. He's the best. Every time I get a Marcus like VR chat reel popping up in my feed, I watch it because they're great. Yes, no, yeah, my actual name is Robert, and the way he says Robert just like tickles my brain. He's just like, Robert. Like, I can't even begin to do his like voice, but oh, I just love it. It's great. Just as great. Hey, Macro, good to see you. That's the thing, though, right? VR chat's kind of made for the Zoomers and younger millennials who are terminally online enough to see the appeal in what it is. I mean, I don't know. I see the appeal in it. Because so here's my thing. Um, I can just hear that hip hop. God, it's just so funny. It is my exact type of humor. Um, okay, so I play this VR golfing game called Walkabout Mini Golf, where you do like have an avatar, and you're like, you know, walking around and all. Like we were in, they did a Tokyo one. We were just doing it last night, and I play that online with my family, my cousins, my like uncles, my grandpa, my dad. We all have VR headsets, and like roughly once a week or so, we all jump in. We play VR mini golf, and those are some of the best some of the best gaming experiences of my entire life, because it's so effing cool. We're all separate. We're all over the country. None of us like live in the same state. But it just feels like we're all there. Like when I look over at my grandpa's like silly low poly avatar with his cowboy hat, I'm just like, that's my grandpa. And like I see his little 2D mouth like moving. And like when, you know, when we're talking, we look at each other. We like can, you know, you can make motions with your hand. You could like, you know, emotion and body language translates to a certain degree into the game. And it's just it's the most magical experience. And I think that's what a lot of people get out of VR chat. Is like, we're all disconnected in reality, but in VR chat, we're all here. And the cool thing, again, is like, we're all here in this like imaginary magical place. Like with this VR mini golfing game, some of the places are kind of real. Like this Tokyo one is part of the Passport series, which is real places, but it's still like very done up and cartoony. And they also have ones that are like crazy drug acid trip, like Candyland, you know, underwater. There's an Atlantis one. And like hanging out with my family, many of like who are basically my friends. I hope you get what I mean by that. But like hang out with my close family who I love and love to talk with, where like it just feels like you're there. And you're all like doing the same thing. You're all playing putt-putt while like a giant neon whale like goes overhead. Like it is truly like a transcendent experience that cannot be matched by anything else. And I get so much, we all get so much out of it, because we don't, you know, we all live thousands of miles away from each other, and we don't get to see each other that often, especially not all at once. And it's wonderful. So I think that's what people get out of VR chat. And I so get that. Like it is, I so get it. But for me, I'm obviously comfortable with my family members. And I'm not comfortable with like a bunch of random people that are all dressed up like, you know, like anime girls and Sonic characters and inanimate objects. Like it's a different like barrier to entry for me that I'm just like not ready for. Yeah, VR chat was a way to authentically interact with friends as if we were hanging out. No games or anything needed, for sure. You are in the same space. You look at the same things. Yeah, exactly. Like you really are, for all intents and purposes, like you're in the same space. You're both experiencing the same reality. It's just that reality is like not real. But it is, like for all intents and purposes, it is real. Because you're all experiencing it the same way. Like it's, I don't know. I'm a bit of a VR romantic in that sense. God, LFA. What a cool ass car. Tempted to get my dad a headset so we can play Walkabout. Dude, do it. So to give a little bit more backstory on that, to maybe convince you, Rhino, and I don't know if you maybe have a similar situation with the rest of your family. Also, sorry, I was just boxing you out. I've had VR for a long time. I've had VR since like 2016, I think. And I have been bugging my dad to get in on it for ages. Because my dad used to be a gamer like back in the day. Like way back in the day. Like playing like OG Doom and Unreal Tournament kind of gamer. And I have him to thank for like getting me into games a little bit early on. Cause he would like buy me computer games when I was young. And one of my like OG stories of my dad is being very young, and his office was sort of kitty corner to my bedroom, and he never knew this, but through the crack in my door, I could just see his computer while I was sleeping. While I was in bed. Like through the crack in both of our doors, like there was just a wide enough slat where I could see his computer, and I would lay awake and just watch him play Doom all night. All night. Because when he would like put me to bed at like 8 o'clock or whatever, because I was, a young kid. And I would just sit and I would just watch him play Doom until like midnight. Probably not. I'm sure I fell asleep before then. But, until like 10 p.m. So yeah, my dad, like, he's got that gamer in him. So anyway, I kept bugging him. I was like, dude, you have to get VR. Like, it's the coolest thing. I know you're going to love it. It's going to blow your boomer mind. And he was such a holdout for so long. And then finally he got a computer. I built him a gaming PC, and we got him a Vive headset. And still, he was like, oh, yeah, I gotta wait. I gotta wait till I'm retired. I gotta wait till I have time to play video games again. And I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, you play one game of VR mini golf with me and you're gonna be sold. And he was never he was never sold on it. And then one day we finally did it. He was like, I kept bugging him about it. Sorry, my dogs are barking. This was literally over the course of years, like years of bugging him. Like, we gotta do it. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. Finally, he did it. Oh my God, the man's never been more hooked in his life. We played probably 5 days a week for months after that. Like every single night. And we would play for hours. Like 4 to 5 hours almost every night for like a solid 3 months. Because he was like, oh my God, I get it. And then my uncle got a headset because of it. Because my dad convinced him. My grandpa got a... I'm sorry about my dogs. Evie, Ente! That's useless. My uncle got a headset because of him. My grandpa got a headset. My cousin got a headset. My other cousin got a headset. And now we have this like big family group where, roughly once a week we try to get together to play golf in VR. And it's the best. It's the best. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I wouldn't trade it for the world. So yeah, try to get your dad a headset. All right, on to the next one. There we go. Why'd he not pull the trigger? Because I think funny enough, we were actually talking about this when we were playing last night. I think VR, you don't get it if you haven't done it yet. It's expensive. And if you've never done it, I don't think you get it. Like it's because how could you? It is a uniquely different experience. Also, I don't know. I'm so sorry. My dogs are just going nuts. I'm guessing it's because my wife is home. Yeah, it is. And I think she's just like taking a minute to come inside. But anyway, yeah, it's a very unique experience, but it's hard to convince someone of it without them doing it themselves. Oh, you guys can't hear them? All right, good. They're driving me crazy, but I think my wife came in. They're done now. I've been wanting to game with my stepdad, but he refuses because he gets so addicted when he plays. Man puts hundreds of hours into, hundreds of hours into Diablo 2. Yeah, I get that. The day a good VR MMO comes out, I'm done. I'm just gonna let you guys know. I say this kind of as a joke, but I'm not joking. If we ever get like a good VR MMO, like, on the scale of like World of Warcraft, Guild Wars, Elder Scrolls, whatever, where it is like everyone's in VR, I'm probably gonna become a VR MMO streamer. That is my absolute kryptonite. Yeah, exactly. Ready Player One. Yeah, exactly like that. Like, I'm done. That's it. Every other game is over. Because if you can combine the experience of an MMO with the experience of like VR chat, but like all within universe, I'm done. That's the perfect game for me. Yeah, a couple studios have tried. There are VR MMOs out there. Unfortunately, they're pretty light on content. None of them have really figured it out yet, because there hasn't been a lot of funding for it, which is totally understandable. Like, there's just the VR market share is tiny. Like, if you look at you know how Steam does those hardware reports? I think on average, like 3% of people have a VR headset. Like, if that. It's a tiny market share. And then on top of that, like, you know, MMOs are so expensive to make. And unfortunately, MMOs are kind of like not as popular as they once were. Like, there's no big MMOs these days. Not like new ones. All the big MMOs now have existed for the last like 10 to 20 years. Like, what's the newest MMO that still like is even big? Like Elder Scrolls Online, I guess? And even that's like a decade old, I'm pretty sure, at this point. I think that's like the newest popular MMO, whereas like, you know, RuneScape's been around for like 30 years. World of Warcraft is over 20 years now. EVE Online over 20 years now. Guild Wars like 13 years. Yeah, yeah. Final Fantasy 15 is pretty old at these days, over a decade, I'm pretty sure. Or yeah, 14. Right. 15 was the boy band game. Dude, VR RuneScape, I'd be done. I'd never play another game again. Yeah, yes, Mitch, exactly. Live service games ate into the MMO market share. Yeah. I don't like, maybe this is a hot take, I don't like calling games like Star Citizen or Fallout 76 MMOs. Or Destiny. To me, those are not MMOs. Just in terms of how I view what an MMO is. Like, it's just a matter of terminology. But some people do call, you know, a lot of people call like Dune, the new Dune Awakening game. I don't really consider that an MMO. Those are like in that, they're like a middle ground. They're something else. I don't know. I guess, yeah, live service games doesn't really accurately describe them. But yeah, the like server-based, like roughly 100 people server kind of thing. Yeah, Dune Awakening's gameplay is very much like survival story game, but they marketed it as an MMO, I think. And it is like sort of an MMO. Like, you do have servers that I think are 60-player servers, and then the Deep Desert like merges those servers together into like slightly bigger. I don't know. Yeah, medium multiplayer online instead of massively multiplayer online. There you go. Lowercase MMO. That's what they are. Servers with shards where the Deep Desert's full server. Yeah, there you go. Thank you for destroying me in an Extreme E-car, by the way. This is my favorite Horizon experience. But yeah, I don't know. Right, yeah, when you played Destiny 1, people called it an MMO. I think a lot of people consider Destiny an MMO. Like Rust. A lot of people call like Rust or Ark MMOs. And I get it, because they are technically like massively multiplayer online. It's just a very different type of that, and it's not quite as massive. Like in World of Warcraft, I think servers in WoW are 2,000 players? 1,000 or 2,000? And like technically all of those people can be in one place at one time. It'll crash the server. You used to see it like way back in the day when WoW was super popular. You'd have like these big, like hundreds of players, like server crashes in a big city, and it would literally crash the server. And like Eve Online, you can have like 1,000, 2,000 people in a server. 2,000 I think is max for a single system. But yeah, you can have like 2,000 people in a system, and it slows the game down, but you can do it. And you can't do that in Destiny, you know, or you can't do that in Rust or Ark or you know, all those like light MMOs, Dune, you know, whatever. Katya, what are you doing? Let me through. God, I'm not paying attention. we're all incestos, and I'm just sitting here looking at chat. Do. I can hear my child being upset that I'm still working, I think. I love you! Alright. Rena! Love you too, baby! Yes, you did! I can't wait to try one! She goes, I made cookies with Grandma! Oh. Just the light of my life, that little one. Ah! I missed that. I've heard someone call Tarkov an MMO. Oh god, sorry, Beto. Yeah, that. We need a new word for that. What is there a term to describe like medium-sized server games like that? I don't know. I don't know if we have. I've seen people call Horizon 5 an MMO. I mean, I guess. Like technically it's like online service, but that you can't. 12 players is by definition not massively. How about Helldivers? How would Helldivers count? Helldivers is only 4 people at a time, right? Unless Helldivers has changed since last I played. Did they have like a big multiplayer hub now? I don't think so, right? Yeah, what makes Helldivers an MMO? Fits for TDU, but not really Horizon. Horizon like, or sorry, TDU like goes that vibe. Oh, I guess, yeah, you're saying like everyone's kind of working on a common goal. Oh, no, I see where you're getting with that. There was a game like that. Guys. Okay, hold on. How do I do this? There was an Xbox 360 mech game that was similar. If anyone can name it, I'll gift you a sub. The first person. It's the first person to name this game. Shit, Stringless got it. All right. That was way faster than I thought it would be. It was made by the people who did Armored Core and maybe Steel Legions. I don't know. Okay, hold on. How do I gift a sub? Almost. Yeah, there's this game on 360 called Chrome Hounds. That was so sick. It was like, we've talked about it on stream before, actually. It was like the coolest mecha game I've ever played. And they had something similar where what it was, oh shoot, type it. Okay, I'm gonna send you an invite. But you might have to wait this one out. They had something similar where you joined, I guess it was not quite the same as Helldivers, but you'll see what I'm talking about. You joined a military. There were, I think, 3 different, like, factions you could join in Chrome Hounds. And when you joined that faction, you, like, went to war for them. So every single battle you did happened on a big map. And if, you know, you would, like, all the battles would be in, you know, in, like, the border zones usually. And depending on which team won that match, that would increase the influence and push that faction's territory further in. And it affected where the maps were too, because if like the map was a big map, and like where the border zones were is like where the match took place. And so like throughout like the war effort, as you took and lost territory, like the places you fought would be different and would look different. And then like every single match mattered because you wanted to win, you wanted to do well for your faction so that you guys would like gain influence and start taking more territory and like, you know, blocking out. And there was like, it was sick, man. It was so good. Like it was, so I see where, I think it was Hip Hop that was suggesting that. That Helldivers is kind of in a similar boat. And I think you guys get where I'm coming from, like where there's some similarities, where like everyone's kind of working towards an MMO style goal. And I would almost argue that that is a little more MMO-y than something like Dune or Ark or Rust or, you know, those or Destiny. I think I would make an argument that there's a little more of like an MMO-y vibe to that. But I still, I don't know if I still wouldn't call it like an MMO, but like a game with an MMO-like feature. How about that? How about that? There's my middle ground I'll settle with. But yeah, man, Chrome Hounds, whoo! What a good game. What a good game. It, the big thing about it that was so sick was the mech customization. Cause man, the mech customization was good. It used this really cool system where, so you picked your mode of transport, or like your, I'll just explain what they are. Like you could pick like tank treads, or like 2 legs, or 4 legs, or, you know, like you could pick like what type of mech you were gonna be. And that had like significant effects on the handling of the mech, obviously. So like oh, what? Okay. So, you know, if you were like a 2-leg walker mech, you were very agile and you could like change direction very quickly. And like it had a complete, yeah, it is like Armored Core. It's made by the same guys. But yeah, so if you played Armored Core, it's a little similar. It's more grounded than Armored Core though. Armored Core is more like, a little more like humanified mechs, a little more like Japanese anime styled mechs. This was very much more like America military core style mechs. They were very much more like practical in their design, whereas Armored Core is a little more like leans towards Gundam, you know? Yes, stringless, exactly. Yeah, so you could place parts anywhere on the mech. And so you wanted to protect your cockpit. So the goal was to like place your cockpit in a place where it would avoid fire. And you could place like big armor blocks, like big things. It used like a hexagonal system where most of the weapons were hexagonal. And so you could like stack weapons basically and like build them out, and you could like place them like around your cockpit a little bit so that when someone would fire at you, it would take out your guns first before it like broke through to your cockpit. It was a phenomenal, there was so much to the building system. And like you could be a sniper build. So like the sniper builds, I think, were like more 4-legged walkers because they were more stable. And so you could like set up and like sit back and like set up your big sniper and just be like goosh, and it, you know, obviously the sniper rifle's like the size of a building. Or you could be like on little tank treads like zooming around. They had melee builds. There were melee weapons that were like these big javelins that would just go like and like, you know, puncture. So there was like a big strat to like you could be faster than the other mechs, catch up to them, and just like beat them up with the melee stuff. Yeah, man, what a good game. What a good game. Oh, hey, you guys, we did it. That was it. I got an achievement. I wasn't paying attention to it. Okay, that's all of them done. I have to do this one solo, but that's all of them done. Yay!